Okay, well, we've been discussing subwoofer amplifiers in the previous video here at Celsius for our day of filming. Point being that the subwoofer effect obtains, no matter how big or small the system, you will always improve the sound of the mids and tweaks. What you're looking at there are a couple of cool products. On the right hand side, the QB8. This is, well, it's a square woofer with rather cute little bits of suspension in the corners. And I can tell you that one of these loudspeakers is driven with a coil of wire. The one on the back is just a passive radiator or a wobbler. And that means that it performs as good as a ported box and better than a sealed one, because it will actually play down to the limit of the suspension of the wobbler rather than the tuned frequency. Here though, the TB subwoofer system, CWTB10. This is a tube woofer, and it's weatherproof, which means you could strap this on the back of a motorcycle. You could put it on your wagon for wakeboarding, but basically there's a high output reflex woofer in it. There's a drive room under. We're going to unbox this and have a little shifty, see what the heck's going on in there. Mr. John Griggs, technical factotum here, is just going to find out the retail price of this piece of kit. Whoop. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's adverts for kicker bullfrogs inside the box. Can you see that? Printed in there. Ooh. Serious piece of packaging. Oh, I tell you what, this is not a lightweight item. It's got some mass to it. Oh. There'd be magnets in here. Here in the box. And there's the product. There would appear to be a couple of steel mounting bars which you hit to the deck and use to connect the product up. There, of course, in the tin foil, there in the polystyrene, there's a another bit of bracket wear. Serious piece of ironmongery. And here, the business end. This was always one of the coolest things about Kicker, was the stitched subwoofer surround here. Let's use the bench's own rubberiness to... Oh, more steel brackets there. And you can see the grub screws, I'll show you, for fitting those mounting brackets too. There's the position the speaker cable will go into, right there. Oh, nice meaty terminals. Oh, not messing about, there's some mass there. So, comp. Oh, that feels really solid. Turns round. You can't really see which of these has got the voice coil on. Well, I would guess that that's the passive, because it feels a bit more wibbly. Gosh, that's serious. How much is one of these, John?
Those ones, they come in two sizes.
Yes.
We do the 8-inch and the 10-inch.
This is the 8, of course.
That's the 10.
Oh, that's the 10. Duh.
Yeah. That is $349.99.
Wow. Wonder what the output's
And
like.
the 8 is $299.99.
Gosh, I think I should be able to tell. Never. That's why women never believe men about dimensions. What does it say about the output on there? Have we got any specs at all? It'd be interesting to see what it says. We'll of course give it a little play and. Oh, there's more stuff there inside. Let's have a shook at this.
About the mounting brackets. I need to explain about.
Because there's a whole bunch of stuff. Mounting brackets. There's quite a lot of hardware here, and the leaflet inside. Oh, okay.
And your sticker.
Oh, you get a kicker sticker. Yeah. So, talk to me.
Okay.
Let's learn a bit more about this here product.
On all our carton boxes,
yes,
we have all the specifications.
Yes.
On our power handlings.
Ooh, that's an important thing. The let's get that right up into the camera there. That is about an area of comfort zone that the product is happy to be driven at, and in this case, from 200 to 400 watts. Even more than that, you might have a bit of an event going on. It could be a big terminal. So, yeah, 400 continuous is the possibility, and it will do a peak of 800 without going 2 or 4 ohm impedance. How do you do that?
Each very different drivers.
Ah, So there's because of course there's only one set of plug holes, so you can't sort of series parallel mess about. You could order it as a 2 ohm to suck more power from your bass amp. Ooh, I think we've got to have. Oh, the heads. I'm asking. It says 2 ohm on it, fat bloke. Yes. Ooh, I think we have to plug it in and have a go, haven't we?
We've just got a few other little features on this, Adam.
Oh, tell me. Sorry, yes, you did say.
The unit, it's actually weatherproof.
Yes.
So it can be used on a marine application, ATV application, a convertible application.
So I've got myself a Razor. I've got 2 huge sets of speakers in the doors. And I can have that bolted to the frame somewhere to provide the boom.
Yep. What we can actually do with the mounting brackets, you saw there was a lot of metal work that came with it. We can actually mount it as it is, that way around, or by using these brackets. It can be then mounted.
Oh, vertically. You can pressure mount the woofer against a surface.
Yep.
And can you do that on either end?
Those
brackets fit on just one
They
end?
will fit on either end, so it all depends on application for which sounds the best.
So if you decide that the wobbler's all very well wobbling, but you've got the actual driven cone, and you've got your vain thing taking your glass. Oh, Sawyer. YouTube, Sawyer, Grigsy. But you can actually... because that's something about domestic woofers. If you load bass against a surface, you can actually give that more acoustic resistance.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what? This is one of those ones where you've got somebody saying, "Hey, I got my kicker loaded against this here baffle on a coil. I'm giving it 700 watts and it hasn't died." You'd never condone that, but looking at the smile on your face, yeah, absolutely, that's the kind of stuff people get up to with this kind of thing. So kicker, the very name, it really is. It's all about that visceral bass hit. And that ain't about it being poncy and delicate and cathedrals like I was going about earlier. That's about bass, isn't it? That really is.
Because that's exactly where the name came from.
Yeah.
When the products were first made.
Steve Irby in a band, wanting
Irby,
it louder and then wanting it in the vehicle. And
he built one for his friend, and he's come back and he says that's Kick's ass, and that's where the name Kicker came from.
Excellent. So here's to it. That's Kicker out of Oklahoma, dudes. Awesome. Thank you very much indeed, John. Oh, I'm giving it all that. They're going to call us names if we don't at least play a bit of bass. Okay, here we go. Let's turn this off, turn it back on again, and play some boom, ladies and gentlemen. Right, well, we've connected the beautiful little bass tube in and disconnected the QB8. So I'll play a little bit of this tinkly plinky music first. And just enrich it with a woofer. There goes blue. I've turned that down a fair bit from where it could be. There's a bit of organ music. I feel like I go gutless when I turn the bass off. Ooh, unsatisfying. Yes, there's people who say, what a totally pointless demonstration that is on YouTube. However, I can tell you that in the room that sounds really good. I'll demonstrate the clip light for you. Yes, the amplifier really did kick the crap out of that subwoofer for a minute. The woofer didn't care, just skirted a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, kicker. There we go. That is an impressive bit of kit. And it's really compact as well. It's about a quarter the physical size that sort of bass tube used to be. What a piece of stuff. Most impressed. John, thanks ever so much. You've got another piece of kit we need to look at now because these videos are all being a bit sequential. There's a little amplifier that actually adjusts to your car's acoustics and gives you the equivalent of, well, Bob Hobson, rest his soul, 2 hours of his time sat in tuning. I've just done a real terrible, cruel thing to this man. I've just invoked the name of a bloke who's been dead a few years. And,
yeah.
Yeah, geezer, especially when he's feeling emotionally fragile. Oh, John. Let's have a look at this. What is that thing called? It's called the
Kicker Key.
Kicker Key. Oh, let's go make another one and look at the Kicker Key. This is an amplifier with the mostest. For now, it's Adam Rayner and John Griggs signing out for Talk Audio TV, having had a look at these Kicker bass products. See you later.